Krista, and you're watching Amiens House. Today we're going to talk about the hard things that happen in homesteading. So I'm sitting here in the herb garden, and I've been taking some time to simply breathe because it's been a tough couple of weeks. The last time I saw you, it was a Friday, and we introduced you to all the new faces on the farm. And since then, we've had a lot of bad luck and made some naive decisions, and we've had some really sad things happen. The Saturday morning, Jeff took Abigail, that was the livestock guardian dog that we had, and he was walking her around the perimeter of the farm, and she bit through the leash and she ran away, bolted away. She seemed so happy. I think in the video she seemed really happy too, and we thought she was adjusting well, and she just has been running. She is now, I think we're about 30 kilometers from here, and we keep trying to go and get her, and as soon as she sees a human, she just runs. We've been trying to get her to feed and stuff. We have the local animal shelter helping us, the canine search and rescue help us, and she's still out loose, and we're still trying to get her. So it's been very hard and sad. That was the Friday. On Tuesday, Dob went into delivery and had 2 piglets, and in the process she prolapsed and died, and the 2 piglets died as well. That was devastating for all of us. Dob was loved very much on the farm, so she is missed very much. She is an amazing mom, and we loved her very much. So that was on Tuesday. Because we live on a homestead, you have to make a decision of what you're going to do with the carcass. We could have paid $200 to have her taken away, and instead we decided that Jeff and his dad would butcher her, and we would feed the meat to our dogs, because dog food with real meat is very expensive, and on a homestead everything has a purpose, and you try to recycle everything as much as possible. So that is what we've done. Jeff said the hardest part was just being with her when she died, more so than actually butchering her, because by that time it's just a carcass. So that was our Tuesday and Wednesday. Our other dog, Bagel, decided he's been really settling in well and doing really good, and he got really excited when he was walking with Michael, and he pulled Michael and flipped him over and slit his head open, and like all head injuries, an enormous amount of blood for the tiniest little cut. Didn't need stitches or anything, but it was just the same day as Dob, and it was just more like, are you kidding? I can't believe this has happened. So that was Tuesday and Wednesday. Everything seemed to be kind of getting better, and we thought our bad luck was done. That was the threes, it was all done. And then on Saturday we had a massive storm. Jeff had been working Friday, well, he's been working quite a lot, but he did an intense work on all the fencing on Friday, and to get ready for the cattle. And because of the huge storm that came through on Saturday, we had no hydro for 15 hours, which only affected us minimally. Not a great big deal. We had enough water for everybody, and everything was fine. So we got the cattle on Sunday instead of Saturday, because then we had electric fencing again. And the 5 cattle came out of the truck, and the last one that came out bolted. Just went through a fence and bolted. Then ran to the end of our property, hit another fence, bolted down that one until it found a weak spot, broke through the fence, ran into the neighbor's field, across the road. Luckily, another farmer doesn't have any cattle in his pasture right now, and his fence was open, and the steer went in there, and we were able to close him in there. And so he's still there. It's 70 acres. He is by himself, and steer don't usually like to be by himself, but he is by himself. And so Jeff is going over with a bucket and corn and trying to track him and get him used to eating out of a bucket and coming, so we can figure out if he's coming here or if he's going to the butcher right away. So that was Saturday with our steer. And then on Sunday, we were planting out some of our plants in the herb garden here, and Sam, who helps us, realized that some of my plants had aphids on them. I have no idea where I brought aphids or got aphids from. The only thing that we've had kind of is what Jeff's brought from work, and he swears that there was no aphids or anything on them. He checked them really well. So on Sunday, I thought all my plants were covered in aphids, and it was devastating. I went through them, and I have enough, just enough, if nothing else dies or shows up with aphids, to kind of plant out, which is not the best. I'd like a few extra. Plus, we usually give some to my mom, and there's usually some at the other house. So it was a little bit devastating when I thought all of my plants were wiped out. There were a lot of tears over those plants, especially my dad's Tiny Tim tomatoes. He had saved seeds for over 12 years, and we have no idea what kind of tomatoes they are. So now they're called GP's Tiny Tims. But luckily Sam had taken some seeds, and so she has some plants that she can give me. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel that we will be able to keep that seed going. So that's kind of all that's been happening around here. We've just had a lot of bad luck and just maybe naive decisions about possible fencing or what leash should be on this dog that we thought was settling in. Letting Michael hold the new dog, probably a bad decision. So yeah, it's been some tough times. We have been able to get the compost on the garden, and so I will be planting out the garden this weekend if all should go well. The herb garden is 90% cleaned up and ready to go, so that's pretty happy too. We have baby chicks that hopefully will hatch in the next week, which is something to look forward to. The house, I had a rainy day, so I finished painting the blue door, and I'll show that to you here. And I did some more varnish on the trim. I need to get time with Dave so we can get in there and start getting it back up on the wall and get moving on that now that the gardens are almost finished. We started moving the kitchen from the basement back up into the summer kitchen, so we will have a summer kitchen soon, and Jeff brought the bowl out, so campfires are in our near future. We tried to have one 2 days ago, but we got rained out. So summer life is starting to come in, and that's something that's very exciting, and hopefully we will be able to balance again the outdoor pressures as well as get moving on the inside of the house. Cutting grass on a property this size is always a challenge, especially when it rains and then we have hot days. It grows really fast. Don't have enough animals to cut all our grass. The baby piglets are doing well too. They're growing well. Nothing to report on them other than they're happy, they're on grass, and they're loving life. Thanks for watching this video. It was a tough one to do and a tough one probably to hear because it wasn't all great stuff and moving forward. It was real homestead life. If you want more videos, hopefully on a happier note, press that subscribe button and push the bell so that you get notifications. Thanks for stopping by the farm. I hope you took some time to simply breathe, and I'll catch you on the next one.